Like I said, you don't want this stuff in your engine. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into the topic of today's video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. We're getting really close to 500 subscribers and we're going to be doing the giveaway. You're not going to want to miss that. We have some really cool stuff we're giving away, including some diode dynamic LEDs for your front headlights, a Faraday box. We'll probably be giving away a few gift cards as well. So make sure you hit that sub button and the notification bell so that you can see when we provide more information on the giveaway and what's coming. So let's go ahead and get started with today's video. Okay guys, so today I'm going to be installing this JLT 3.0 oil separator on Chamelea's 2021 Dodge Charger RT Plus. Have the part right here. I also have this same exact model on my car, the 2020 Chrysler 300S. So before I actually install this, it's been a couple of months now since I actually checked how much oil the separator has caught on my car. So we're gonna take that off, take a look to see how much oil is actually in there so that you guys can see how effective it is. And then we'll go ahead and install this on Chamelea's car. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing we want to do is go ahead and remove the engine cover so that we can gain access to the oil separator. I'm gonna just lift up, pop that off like so, and set it to the side. Okay, so here's the oil separator. As you can see, there's two Phillips head screws holding it in place. So you can unscrew the catch can right here, but you don't really have a whole lot of room to get it out because it's going to hit down in this area here. So I typically just go ahead and unscrew the screws and then pull it out to allow myself more room, but feel free to do it however you want. Here. All right, so now we have access to the catch can. Probably going to want to go ahead and remove this. So from here, we can go ahead and just pull that off. So it's been, man, probably at least 2 or 3 months since I actually emptied this. So you guys are going to get to see at the same time I am how much oil is actually in here. So let's go ahead and unscrew this. Hopefully that's coming across. So there's quite a bit. Quite a bit of oil in there. I'm going to pour it into something else. Alright, so I have this bottle here and I'm going to pour the oil into the bottle so you guys can see a lot better how much is actually in there. And this is all oil that would have otherwise ended up inside the engine. I actually had a car where the engine died from sludge, oil sludge building up in it. So this is something that I always install on any of my cars that they make an oil separator for. And honestly, the only downside to this mod is just the fact that it's an extra step of maintenance that you have to do. But, you know, like I said, this tank wasn't even halfway full and it's been a few months. So it definitely caught the oil. But it's, you know, it's just something that you're gonna maybe set an alarm on your calendar or something like that to remind yourself to check the oil catch can once in a while, because you don't want it to overflow or anything like that. So as you can see, it's really easy to take this off when you need to empty it. It's really easy to install it too, and I'll be showing the install next on Chamelea's car. Let's go ahead and put this one back in my car, and then we'll go ahead and move to hers. And just like that, we're finished. It's back in there. Just have to tighten down this last screw, put the engine cover back on, and we're done. All right guys, so as we get ready to do the install on Chamelea's car, as you can see I have the hood up and everything ready to go. We're going to need a couple of tools. So we're going to need a ratchet and a 13mm socket, also a Phillips head screwdriver, and the kit comes included with these. And if you look at the instructions here, if you have a 2005 to 2020, you're going to be using the 1/2 inch straight couplers. But for us, 2021, as you can see in here, it's going to be the larger couplers that we're using. And you can also see a little bolt in here, as well as the screws that, those screws basically hold the oil separator into the bracket. So also, you're going to need a Q-tip, and that's basically just to lubricate the ends of the couplers to make it easier to get inside of the hoses there. And if you watched Shamilia's video when she installed the JLT cold air intake, you'll know that you definitely want to lubricate those things, because if you try to just stick them in there, you're going to have a hard time. You may get it part of the way in there, but it won't go the whole way. So just make sure that you use a little bit of oil on the ends of the couplers, and that'll make it a lot easier to install it. So let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and remove the engine cover here. All right, next we're going to go ahead and remove the factory piece. And you may need pliers for this as well, make it a bit easier. There we go. There we go. Man. Ooh, it's tight. So it is sealed a little bit, but once you break the seal, you'll be able to twist it. So I'm going to put it about right there. All right, so now we need to get access to the hole that we're going to use to screw down the oil separator bracket. So what we're going to do is this piece right here, there's a plastic piece on this wire tie. We're just going to pull that out. All right, and that gives us the access we need. So we're going to be screwing it into this hole down here. And that's the hole that we're going to be using to screw in the mounting bracket. And the kit does include that screw. All right, so that's just going to set that there. And again, you want to make sure that you do this install when the engine is cool, because that piece down there does get pretty hot, so be careful. All right, so now I'm ready to grab my 13mm socket. All right, so on your couplers, you're going to put the bigger side into the factory pieces, and the smaller pieces will just slide into there. So I'm going to go ahead and install it in the factory hoses first, make it a little bit easier. The mounting bracket, when you get that positioned, don't tighten it down all the way, because you're going to need a little bit of wiggle room to get the can in there. So now we have the can positioned where we need it. We have the hoses mounted up. So we just need to screw down the catch can, and then we're going to tighten down the bolt on the bracket. You don't need to over torque these. They're not going to go anywhere, but you do want to make sure that they're fastened down tightly enough so that they're secure. All right, so now we can go ahead and tighten the bracket down. Hoses aren't touching anything. And they're secure. So that's it, guys. It's in there. All right, guys, so this is the final finished product after installation. Everything's tightened down, as you can see. This coupler could probably stand to get pushed in a little bit. There's a little bit of a gap. Won't cause too much of a problem, but I'm going to try to get that pushed in just a little bit further. But after doing that, it's just a matter of putting the engine cover back on, and we're all done. So let me know in the comments if you guys have an oil separator, or if you plan on getting one. JLT, like I said, makes a really good one. That's the main one that I've used. I did use a Mishimoto one on my Mustang back in the day, but I pretty much just used that for the looks. It had red hoses and it looked pretty cool, so But that's pretty much it, guys. Don't forget to give this video a like, hit that subscribe button. The 500 subscriber giveaway is coming soon, so you definitely don't want to miss that. But thank you guys for watching. As always, thank you for your support, and I'll see you on the next video.